Hi,
Hi,
I'm Mike.
I'm Brandi.
Brandi, how are we related?
I'm your sister on your mother's side.
My sister?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, finally.
My name is Michael, and I've been looking for family for 40 years. I didn't believe it still. I was, waiting for the other shoe to drop. There's a joke behind it, or, expecting the worst. So I was prepared that there wasn't really going to be a relative. So it was a nice surprise. Say finally, so you knew about me?
I've known about you since I was a teenager, but, back then there's no way I could look for you or anything, so I had to wait hoping that you would look for us.
Yeah, it was hard. It was a sealed adoption, so it's just roadblocks and nothing. I knew absolutely nothing except for I was born in Las Vegas.
My name is Brandi, and I am Michael's sister on our mother's side. Today, knowing that I was going to meet my brother, I was very emotional. Excited to know that I was going to be able to add my missing family member to my family. I'll never forget this day for as long as I live.
So it's nice to meet you.
I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad this happened. I'm so glad that you reached out and was looking.
Yeah, I figured I'd give it one last shot.
Would you like to come inside?
Yeah, out of the snow for sure.
Yeah, right? When we came inside, we were able to sit down and get to know each other and just find out what he's been doing all his life.
When we first met, you said you've known about me for several years and stuff. How?
Yeah, since I was probably 12 or 13.
Okay.
And I've always wondered, where you were, what you were doing, how you were doing,
Sure.
What you looked like, how tall you were, how short you were,
Yeah.
But I'd ask my aunts every now and then, is there a way I can find him? Do we have any information that we can use to look for him? And my aunt would always tell me, all we have is his birth date. Because back in the 60s, it was hush, 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 hush,
So I was adopted when I was an infant. From what I can tell, like 2 weeks old maybe. It was very, very quick process. Been looking for family off and on 40 years. 40 years, that's a long time. So that's been a while.
I gave up my last son to an open adoption to a family in Tennessee. I've tended to stay out until he's ready, but he said that he would like to meet us someday.
Oh.
And so if I hadn't given him up, your DNA never would have matched, because your DNA matched his. It went from them to my aunt in Tennessee, which gave the information to the aunt in Vegas, which gave the information to me. All Aunt Loretta told me was, there's a young man whose DNA matches JJ's, which is my child in Tennessee. And I was like, what? She goes, do you know what that means? And I go, what? She goes, most likely it has to be your brother. And I lost it. I had to hang up. I just bawled and bawled and bawled and bawled. I had to call her back like the next day.
That's like
it was just an
circle.
exciting slap in the face,
Your adoption really gave closure to this adoption, my adoption.
Yep.
A full circle.
We probably never ever would have met if I hadn't given him up.
Probably not. Yeah, that's crazy. I had a sister that she knew about me since she was quite young, evidently. And I was missed, I guess. So that's good to know that I wasn't forgotten. I was missed. Well, so when we were out there talking, I'd asked you if you grew up knowing your mother and stuff, because you never know what happened.
Yeah, she raised me.
So she's part of your life, or?
She was for most of it, except maybe the last 8 years. Mom did die 7 years ago. She was a 2-pack-a-day smoker, and she quit cold turkey for 2 years, and then she went to the doctor and they found a lump, and it had spread so bad she had like 3 weeks, and it went straight to her brain, and yeah.
So at least it went
Which
pretty quick
me.
for her for the 2 months, the bad part.
Like within 3 weeks.
And that was how long ago?
That was in 2017. So she's been gone in October, it'll be 7 years.
That was tough news. I kind of knew that was a possibility, but I was glad to hear that she knows our mom, and that I'm going to be able to learn a lot about her.
Let me show you a picture, Mom.
So you'll have pictures and stories, I'm
yes,
guessing, huh?
This is her when she was 16 or 17. My aunt's trying to remember.
Oh, she's really pretty.
Yeah, and Auntie Retta made her that dress.
What was her name?
Bonnie.
Bonnie? She looks like my granddaughter. Seeing the similarity, like, makes it all real.
Right?
How old was she when she died?
She was 68.
Which that's one of the things all growing up I really missed was the bloodline similarities, characteristic traits, and then so seeing the picture, she looks just like my granddaughter. I'm glad this happened.
Me too. I'm still kind of feeling like I'm in a dream. You know, it feels like a closure to a part of my life that I was missing.
To me, it feels like it's just possibilities are opened up.
And now I have you and a whole new family. It's still hard to believe this is happening. But I feel like a piece of my life that was missing for so long has replaced the emptiness I've had in my heart. And I just can't wait to see what the future holds for our families.